What is up? I love basketball TV. It's Coach Ryan Rizuki, and today we are focusing on 5 moves that you can learn at home right now to separate yourself from the competition. Let's get into it. Our first move is going to be a between cross, also known as a Tim Hardaway. We want to go through the legs and sell in one direction and then snatch it back on our crossover, heading in the other direction. We'll be talking about a few key points, 1 being your shiftiness, 2 being your shoulder drop, and 3 being your footwork. So the number 1 thing that we got to talk about first is how to rock our body weight to the right foot. So as we go through the legs, I'm putting that ball here, and all of my weight should now be on my right foot. Once I'm in this position, I'm dropping my shoulder to sell this drive, and lastly, as I cross over, my left foot will slide, my right foot will come across, and I will continue to run and take steps. The most common mistake made here is that people don't drop low enough, and then when they cross, they get into a hop or into a skip. So you want to make sure that you drop, put all your weight on this right foot, drop your shoulder to sell the drive, and then as you cross, your foot comes across, and you can continue to run past your defender. On the other side, I'm cross, sell, all my weight's on this side, and then I cross this foot over to continue to run past my defender. You use your eyes, your hips, your shoulders, and shift your body weight to sell this move. 1, 2, and run, or 1, 2, and run. Make sure that you get that ball wide outside your frame and keep it as low as possible under your knees. The second move that you have to master is going to be your cross jab counter. So let's start with the ball in our right hand. We're going to cross it over and step in the opposite direction. This will put our defender on their heels, make them back up, and hopefully end up reaching for that basketball. This is where we hit them with our counter. So as I set them up, cross, and jab away, I'm going to cross it back. I can go through the legs or behind the back, but I want to attack them straight downhill, put them on their heels, boom, and then get into my counter option to then attack and blow right past them. So first one we'll look at is going to be our cross, jab, and cross it back. So I'm 1, step across, I'll sell them, and cross it back. Next will be our cross, step across, sell them, and go through. And lastly, you can cross over, step across, and sit on a behind the back. Just important that you go straight to them, put them on their heels, and then quickly get your second change of direction. Boom, boom, or boom, boom. Those quick stutter steps will put them on their heels, back them up, and we'll have them guessing which way you're going to go. Our third move here is going to be our quarter turn, also known as the Smitty. 3 things need to happen. As you bounce the ball, you will turn your head and your foot will plant. And all 3 of those things need to happen at the exact same time. So as I dribble this, we'll start with the left hand. I'm going to get my right foot across, pound it, and turn my head at the exact same time that those other 2 things happen. Typically when people do this, they do it incorrectly because they'll dribble and then try to turn their head and then take their next dribble. You must dribble the ball behind you, step, and turn your head at the same time. So if I'm dribbling, it'll be 1, 2, and 3 all together so I can sell them on my spin and then attack typically towards the baseline. Let's say right hand here, my left foot will come across and turn my head at the same time the foot plants and the same time the ball hits. All 3 have to be at the same time. It's far too often that I see the turn happen afterwards, or the step happen awkwardly, or that ball not bouncing behind you. Make sure to bounce it behind you every single time you do it. So a good way to work on it is to set it up, between, step across, turn your head. Go between, step across, and turn your head. You need this move. For our under drag, it's important that we snatch that ball, reverse through our legs, and we get extremely low. So I want to throw the ball forward as much as possible to get my defense to attack towards that basketball and be able to be sold here. So once I throw it, I'll then take that basketball, huge right step forward, right hand ball in front of my foot, and snatch it backwards. So you can see that ball, if I happen to lose it, it would end up all the way back there. But typically when players do this snatch, that ball comes sideways and that ball might end up on the side. I want to make sure that as I snatch it backwards, that ball is going in this direction to keep it protected on my back hip away from the defense. Next detail here, my left foot will be extremely close to the ground. My chest will be up, so I can still snatch it here so low. My knee, my foot, my hand, everything is low, but my chest is not dropping to that floor. So we'll go ahead and snatch that ball back. Now the reason why you need to learn this move is because a lot of players can do this on the right side, but cannot do this with their non-dominant side. So while you have time now, practice it on the other side as well, so you can get the upper edge on your competition. Our D-Rose crossover is one of my absolute favorite moves in change of directions that you have to learn, and probably one of the most important. But as you drive, you're gonna be taking a huge step, throwing that ball and getting my left foot across. This is my large step here. My right foot will squeak right next to my left foot, keeping them extremely close. Defense's momentum will carry them past me, and I'll cross that ball over extremely low below my knees. Now this allows me to change directions in a tight window where my defense is going to be playing in a wide area of space, because I just threw that ball, big step, and then quick steps to get past. So one large step, and then one right here, knees together, feet together, and quickly change of directions into the other direction. Now, looking at it the other way, right foot comes across, huge step, quick snatch, and I'm attacking the other direction. Because my first step is so fast and so long, the defense's momentum will carry them past me, and I can go ahead and shave my shoulder right past them. Opened up this way, yank, and then push into the next direction to score. So we put together some drills that are gonna help you to master these moves at home. And we know that you have a small amount of space, but we wanna take advantage of every bit of square footage that we have. So we're gonna stay here wide. We're gonna go with our first move, our Tim Hardaway. I'm 1, 2, and I'm gonna run. As I get to here, I'm gonna retreat and repeat on the other side. Boom, boom, run, stop, and then retreat. When you stop, I'm gonna stop right hand, right foot, or left hand, left foot. So, boom, boom, go ahead, retreat, come to the other side, boom, 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 and then retreat. And this way I can work on my quick attack and my stop on a dime just off this Tim Hardaway. Get as many reps as you need to master this move. For our cross jab counter, we need 6 reps here. We'll go right hand 3 reps and left hand 3 reps. Repetition 1, cross jab, cross back. If you feel good on that, you're going cross jab, between, and then lastly cross jab, behind. Once you feel comfortable with all 3 on the right side, we're moving to the left, cross jab, cross back. Then next is between, hit, between, and lastly, behind. Once you get your 6 reps in, you can restart the process until you feel comfortable with all your counters. For our Smitty, we want to start with a wide base. Ball goes through, foot gets across, time it, foot, head, and ball. You're going to drive, stop on a speed stop, and then retreat. So I'm here, Smitty, speed stop, and retreat. Put it through, Smitty, speed stop, and retreat. This way I can keep working on my slam, my change of speed, and a really quick head fake to get past my defender. For our under drag, we want to throw the ball out right hand, snatch it right hand, and the left leg is going to move the least amount as possible. So throw it, snatch it. We'll take a dribble, throw it, snatch it under the other leg. I want you to get 10 repetitions total, alternating 10 on the right leg, 10 on the left leg. For our D-Rose drill, we're gonna set it up here between the legs and then push that ball out with our long step. So I'm through, throw it, boom, quick stop. I'll retreat, through, throw it, quick change of directions there. And you can go ahead and continue to attack if you have enough room. Once you get 10 reps on this side, switch over, put it through, drive, quick D-Rose, and play 10 reps on the other side.
Go dummy, go beast, I go beast, go deep, OD on them. I OD